Hey, what's up everybody? 3D Theory here. Today is June 9th, 2025 at 4:51 p.m. And today we're just going to talk about some of the stuff that's been going on in the tiny 3D print farm over here. We've been getting quite a few sales on Etsy regarding the traditional animation desk pen cup. If you guys are familiar with this, whoever loves animation, probably familiar with the traditional animation desks that they used to use to make feature animated films and later on probably for television as well. And these were hand-drawn animator tables. So this has been selling really well. I don't know if it's because of the season or a couple of the reviews that I got, but whoever has purchased this, I just want to say thank you so much. It means a lot to me that you guys find this valuable to purchase, and I'm glad it brings joy to your day. So with that said, let's get into some of the other stuff I've been working on. So if you guys have been following along with this channel, you know that I've also created a keychain version of it, and it doesn't have the pen cup obviously because it's just a keychain. And so these are up now on my Etsy shop, and there's a little bit of a better look. It's just a tiny little traditional animation desk, and I put it together the same way almost as the pen cup. So I released this a while back on my Etsy shop, but I took it back down for a specific reason, and that reason is I noticed that the top loop on the older version here, that top loop there, it broke easily. And if you can see there on the back, there's just a little bit of a gap where a tiny bit of support gets printed out on the back, as well as the layer lines go horizontally. And with that, until here, look, it breaks right off really easily. So once I found that out, I realized that I need to fix that. And this little guy actually required a whole lot of work to get working right. But I think I finally got the 3D model down so that it prints well. And I think I actually also got it to print without supports. So here's the final version. And what I did to ensure that that thing doesn't break is I'm printing it on its back like this. And I also made the back here completely flat so that prints horizontally this way. So when it stands upright, it's really strong. And with that, these are ready to go. And I'm printing these out in PETG just like I do with the pen cup version. So these are on my Etsy shop and ready to go. Would love to know what you guys think of these. If you guys are a fan of animation and are interested in this sort of thing, would love to know what you guys think. And you guys probably see a bunch of orange stuff over here, and I'm gonna get into that right now. So I've been wanting to come up with a new product. And the new product that I came up with is a customizable teacher's desk organizer that you can customize the name that's on there. So I made it available on my Etsy shop so that you can request whatever name you want to put on there. And you can put some pens and pencils in there, as well as you can put your phone on there in any which way, and it holds it. I had to go through a few iterations of this, especially with the cups and these holes here. So I initially had it where it was a hole you would put your phone into, but then when a phone was being used that didn't have a case, it was too large and it would just lean really far back. And with this one, I made it so that it's a little bit tighter, but for my phone, where I use this sort of case, it doesn't quite fit. So the next best solution I came up with is just having a lip here where you can place any phone of any size, and it works great. Some of the problems I was troubleshooting is I had to make this kind of thick so that I had some depth there, but it was using a lot of filament, as well as I feel like I made this a little too thick. It didn't need to be as thick as that. So I was trying to make it more efficient. This is my attempt at that. As you can tell, thickness of this wall compared to that one is a lot thinner. And I also made it so it's a little bit shorter. But then again, when I found out that hole is kind of problematic, I made one even smaller, thinner, and more streamlined. So this is now also up on my Etsy shop. There's something cool you can do with this. So if you want, you could turn the apple around so that it's facing the students, and you can kind of reverse it however which way you want, and that makes it really convenient for whoever's using this desk organizer. All right guys, this is a pretty short video today. I did want to mention that I did have another idea with the traditional animation desk that I'm going to be coming out with pretty soon, but I'd love to hear what you guys think about the traditional animation desk. Have you heard of it? Have you seen it at, let's say, Disney California Adventure? Because I know they have a couple over there in the animation building. And the first time I've seen it was with one of my traditional animation teachers I used to have when I was learning at the American Animation Institute at the Animation Guild in Burbank. I think that American Animation Institute's gone now. But there used to be a traditional and basic animation class, and the teacher had showed us his. And ever since then, it was kind of like this really special, unique object from the animation industry. And so with that, I made this. as well as the keychain, and there's one more idea coming out regarding this. So I'd love to hear what you guys think. I do plan on making a lot more products. I am a 3D modeler by trade, so that is what I do for a living. That's my main craft, and 3D printing kind of joined along. And if you guys are new to this channel, I was 3D printing out a lot of plates and latches on my 5 Bambu Lab A1 3D printers, and those were for a larger product that I was using 3D printing as the manufacturing tool for, but since then we moved on to a different, more efficient manufacturing method, especially after we got funding for that project. Once the proof of concept was made, and we also sold about a couple of hundred units, and with that, we pretty much stopped doing the plates and latches, and I'm left with 5 Bambu Lab A1 3D printers, and there aren't a shortage of ideas of things that I want to create in 3D model to 3D print and sell. So what we're going to do is we're going to be working on a whole lot of products. If you guys are interested in that sort of thing and having our 3D printing business, make sure to click that subscribe button. You're going to see the whole journey and see if it's a viable thing and see if it's something that you guys might want to do. Right now I'm at about 48 sales on my Etsy shop, and most of those sales came from this here. And funny enough, I stopped ads on it for a little while and I got the most sales ever. And I'm not sure if it's because I got some really nice comments, but that very well might be the reason, and I'm very thankful for it. The things that I 3D model and print, I put my heart and soul into. So if you guys are interested in this 3D printing business journey, make sure to click that subscribe button, and looking forward to seeing you guys in more videos to come. Until next time, 3D Theory here. Peace, love, and joy.